Hello, my name is Bill Noggle. I'm here today to talk about how to disassemble a laptop, how to replace parts in a laptop if you need to replace your hard drive, if you need to replace RAM or upgrade to more RAM or battery, all them components in a laptop. Laptops are a little more difficult to work on than a desktop computer. So I want to walk you through just a few things to help you see that you could do this yourself. Like I said, my name is Bill Noggle. This is my business, NoggleComputerService.com. And I do free computer repair. In other words, I do the service for free labor, and the customer is only responsible for the parts, but that's only in the Mansfield, Ohio area. You'd have to bring your computers to me. So let me go through some different things about the laptop. Now the laptop has many different components in there. We're going to go through, this particular one is an HP. I want to show you the different parts first of all of a laptop. And you can see right off the bat, number one, this is the display where you can see your monitor. Number two, you're going to see your top cover with the keyboard in it. And number three is going to be simply a power connector. Number four is your touchpad, which goes right in there. And all these things, when you take off the bottom, which we'll get to your bottom piece, you'll be able to disassemble all of this. Number five right here, this is going to be your speaker because it has speakers on both sides, so it lays across there like that. Number six is your motherboard, or your system board is what they call it. And they usually have either a built-in processor, your CPU, which this one does, and also your video. That's the thing about laptops. They're built right into your system board or your motherboard. Unlike a desktop, if your video goes out, you got an onboard video in your motherboard. If it goes out, you can buy a video card and put it in your PCI slot. And then you don't have to get another computer. But if your motherboard goes out with your video or your CPU, you pretty much need to get another laptop, or you can buy that separate and install it, but it could be very costly. Number seven right here is your heat sink, and that goes on top of your processor to keep it cool. Number eight is your fan. You got to have a fan because that helps keep the motherboard and CPU cool and your whole computer cool. Number nine is your I/O board. It's for externals, like, you can plug in USB and HDMI and different things like that. Number 10 is your battery. It lays across there. It's just a thin thing, but it's really long. So number 11, like I said right here, is your bottom piece. Once you take that off, you can get to everything. Now, when you take this off, the first thing you want to do is unplug the battery, because you don't want to be working on anything while your battery is connected to the laptop, because you could ruin something. Number 12 is simply your solid state drive. Your newer computers have solid state drive instead of your old systems, which had a SATA hard drive. So this is just a newer one. And number 13 is the same thing. It's sometimes you can have two different hookups and two different solid state drives. Number 14 is your memory or your RAM. 2 sticks. Some computers only come with one, and then you'd have to open it up and put another one in, or upgrade to a higher one, which 8 gigabytes, you may want to upgrade to 216s. If the system requires that or allows that, then that would be a good thing to do because you'd have more RAM. 15 simply is your clock battery, which you definitely need because otherwise every time you open up your computer, the clock will be wrong. So all these things you're going to need. Number 16 is like for your Ethernet, you got to have a module there to get on the internet. And 17 is for your wireless module. So these are all the different components that are going to be in any laptop. We're going to have these. Your old style ones from years ago, on the bottom of your laptop, you would have 2 tabs or 2 or 1 tab that you could pull and pop the battery right out, and you wouldn't even have to take it apart. If you have one of those, that's great. You take that apart and then you start disassembling the screws on the bottom and take that off. And on your older one, sometimes right on the top here where you see the keyboard, you have tabs that you can push over and take this keyboard right out of the top. And then when you go to lift it out, you'll see wires that you'll have to disconnect. But this allows you to get to a lot of things like your motherboard, your RAM, and you can change a lot of those things just from there. But them are your old style. This is a new diagram for your newer computers today. So this about covers everything that you're going to need to do and to disassemble and to replace those things. Now, this is what I found, and also you can do screen replacements. Now, this doesn't go into a diagram of how to disassemble that, but let me tell you one of the best ways. I've been doing computer repair for about 22 years now, and every time somebody would bring a laptop to me, and all laptops are different in the sense of the way you have to start out disassembling to find, the part you need to replace. So the best thing that I found that works the best is simply go on YouTube, put in the exact model and the model number and all the details like that, and say you're looking for screen replacement or RAM replacement or battery replacement or whatever you're looking to do, and put that in there, and you will find a video that'll walk you through all the steps to disassemble and replace any part on any laptop computer. I've done this thing for many years, and YouTube has a video to repair any laptop, desktop, anything you can think of. You just got to put all the the information, your model number, your service tag if it needs it, anything. Put it in there. You'll find different videos, and you can do a lot of this stuff yourself. If not, you can bring it to me if you live in the Mansfield, Ohio area. So anyway, I wanted to give you all this information to help the do-it-yourself person, which I'm a do-it-yourself person too. So you can do this. So if you need to contact me, you go to my website, nogglecomputerservice.com, and you can send me an email, and you can contact me, and I'd be glad to help you out with anything that you need. You have a good day now.